Okay. So to start today's practice, you'll be in butterfly or cobbler's pose for about 15 minutes doing various things with the torso. So if you want, you can always place blocks underneath the knees. You can use straps. But wherever you're at, really be focused that the feet are connecting, the left and the right, and that you're able to sit up nice and tall. Okay. So for this first 5 minutes, I'd like you to take a hold of the bottoms of the foot and like cup your foot so the thumb is placed into like the middle of the foot, the solar plexus area. Sit up nice and tall. Have your spine long. Take a full inhale in through your nose. HA, sigh it out. Inhale, draw yourself up. Exhale, release. And you're not gripping your foot, but this next inhale, I want you to hang on to your foot or have a nice holding onto your foot so you're sitting up nice and tall. And as you exhale, see if you can slide the shoulders down and away from the ears, keeping the grip on the foot. Okay. So you can practice that breath for the next few minutes as you bring yourself into the practice. Or if you find another position works best for you, feel free to come there. Let's begin. You're about halfway through, so see if you can lengthen the cycle of your breath this last half. So as you inhale, 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 keep the inhale going, and exhale slowly. Last 30 seconds. Take your next full inhale. This time, sigh out the exhale. Inhale, bring yourself nice and long. And then tuck the chin into the chest and slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. So you're coming into a reclined butterfly pose. And if you feel like you want a bolster behind your back, you can place it there, any direction. If you need to adjust anything, blocks, go for it. And you'll be here for the next 5 minutes. So maybe you want to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And for the next 5 minutes, feel the belly rise, the chest rise, and then allow both to fall with the exhale. So it's a 3-part breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale. You're about halfway through, keeping with that 3-part breath. Inhale into the stomach, inhale into the chest, exhale forward. your last cycle of breath here. Use your next inhale to draw yourself back up. Reset. And then exhale, fold forward. So if you need to take a full cycle of breath, go for it. And then fold forward, best as can be. And then make a choice if you want your hands in contact with on your feet, or maybe you want to rest them in front of you onto the mat. And you'll be here for the next 5 minutes. So see if you can keep the sit bones rooted down, crown the head reaches forward, shoulders slide back. Last minute here. See if you can really lengthen your spine in your fold. Take a nice full inhale. Exhale guides you up slowly. Place your feet flat onto your mat and walk them out about hips to, or as wide as the mat, sorry, not hips distance apart, And windshield wiper the knees from side to side, just for a few cycles of breath. And then come back into your easy pose. From here, you'll come into a fire log. So place the left leg on the bottom, the right leg on the top, or this is also known as double pigeon. And try to have the right foot over the left knee. See if you can have the right knee on top of the left ankle. And then kind of suss around to see how far you want your shins to your torso. And then bring your arms out to a T. Sit up nice and tall, come up nice and tall, nice straight spine, reach the fingertips away from each other. And then bring your left arm in front of you, left fingertips up, right arm into the left crook, coming into your version of eagle arm, or you can always have the fire log. So the right arm would be on top of the left. So find your version that suits you best. And then place the thumb closest to your third eye. And just bring the shoulders down and away from the ears here. And you'll be here for the next 3 minutes. So make sure that you're really breathing from the belly. Last minute. Take a full inhale in. Exhale, slowly release, keeping your legs the same. Reach your right arm behind you via your low back. Left arm comes to the mid back via over the left shoulder. So now you're in your cow face arm. And you can focus on keeping the left shoulder high and the right elbow down, sitting up nice and tall. Or you can keep the sit bones rooted down and folding forward. So with the forward fold, you want to keep a nice straight spine, but you'll also add a little bit of a stretch in the hips. And it changes a little bit in the shoulders as well. So you can kind of play around there, knowing you'll be there for the next 3 minutes. So here we go. You're about halfway there. So wherever you're at, just give yourself a little check with the shoulder blades. Make sure they're not creeping up to the ears. The sit bones are rooted down. Take your full inhale. Sigh out the exhale. Let your inhale guide you up. Release your arms. And then from here, just allow your right leg to come off to the side for a bit so you can bring your left leg behind you. You'll set up for deer pose. So try to bring your left heel to your left glute or like towards the direction. And then the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then kind of make an adjustment from there. How close do you want your left foot to the glute? You don't want the left sit bone to lift up too much. And you'll come to deer pose on the right side. So if you have your bolster, handy. We'll be in deer for 7 minutes. Yay. Okay. So come up nice and tall, root down. Bring your arms up high to the sky. So you got your cheerleader pose, rah, rah. And then slowly rotate over the right side and bring the hands down to the ground. And you can stay up nice and tall just like this, or you can slowly walk yourself forward far down. If you have a bolster to make this a little restorative, you can be welcome to it. Just resting the head wherever is comfortable. And when you were reclined butterfly, you really had the belly breath here. So you breathed into the belly and then into the chest. And because you have this rotation going on in the spine, I'm going to see if you can do the same thing there. So see if you can breathe really big. Okay. All right, here we go. with it last minute. Take your nice full inhale. Long exhale. Slowly bring yourself back up. Cool. All right, bring your feet flat. Feet are about as wide as the mat, and then windshield wiper the knees from side to side again. And then switch sides. So root down to the sit bones, set the right leg on the bottom, this time the left leg on the top. And then make the adjustments that you need so you can have your shins nice and parallel. Bring your arms out to a T. Bring your right arm in front of you, left arm on top of the right elbow. Dropping the shoulders down and away from the ears, and then allowing the thumb closest to your face rest on the third eye. Mine's different on this side, believe it or not. It's not so much about having the elbows at shoulder height for this next 3 minutes. It's just having the shoulders down and away from the ears, and just having a little rotation in the shoulders. All right, let's go. All right, take a full inhale. Exhale, release the arms. This time, bring the left hand behind you like it's going towards your back pocket and then the middle of the back, and then the right arm comes on top. Okay, same thing here. Come up nice and tall. Have the right elbow come on up, left elbow point down. You can stay here or you can fold forward. So the folding forward will add a little bit to your double pigeon if you need to. Knowing that you'll be here for the next 3 minutes. And let's begin. See if you can elongate your breath cycle for this last minute. Take your full inhale and exhale. Let your next inhale bring you up. Release the arms down. And then you'll set up for deer pose on the other side. So you might want to set your left leg off to the side for a little bit as you bend the right knee and bring the right knee close to the glute. It doesn't have to be touching the glute. And you might decide that you want your right foot out a little bit. So if your right knee is bent, it might be directly outside the right knee, or the heel might be closer to the right glute. Left foot's to the inside of the right thigh. And then if you bolster it on the right side, bolster on the left. All right. We're going to root down, reach our arms up high to the sky, rotate over to the left side, set our palms down onto the ground. And then you'll make a choice of how deep you want to fold forward, okay? And know you'll be here for the next 7 minutes. Yay. All right, let's begin. through. All right, slowly take your last cycle of breath here. Allow your inhale to guide you up. And this time, slowly start making your way into a downward dog. And your feet can be hips distance apart, or maybe you take your feet as wide as the mat. Palms are rooted down, pushing the mat away. Tailbone is high to the sky. Drop the head. Slide the shoulder blades back. Tailbone comes up to the sky. And we'll be here for 5 deep breaths. And then if you took your feet wide, heel toe the feet about hips distance apart. Send your right leg high to the sky and then right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee. You'll come into your dragon pose. So some of us will feel good just high like this. You may need to make adjustments to your left leg by lifting the toes and sending the knee forward or back. Others of us, we may be good on our palms, but we might want to come down on our forearms, or maybe wrap our right hand behind our foot and place it on top of our foot. And then once you find a place to settle, then decide if you need to tuck under the left toes and lift the left knee. So just figure out what you need, knowing you'll be here for the next 4 minutes. And let's begin. Last minute. You've got this. Take your full inhale. Slow exhale. Let your next inhale guide you up slowly and carefully. Tuck under your left toe. Lift the left knee. Send the right leg back to meet the left downward dog. Staying here just like a couple of breaths here. We're resetting. And then take your full inhale, send your left leg high to the sky. And then the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Once again, setting yourself up for your dragon pose. So you'll drop the right knee down. You'll kind of figure out where you need to be as far as the height goes. And then make a choice if you want to tuck under toes and lift the right knee up. All right, you're here for the next 4 minutes. Let's begin. Halfway through. See if you can elongate your breath. All right, take a full inhale. Exhale. Let your inhale bring yourself up onto your palms. Tuck under your right toes, lift your right knee, send your left leg back to meet your right downward dog. Beautiful. And then shift forward into your plank pose. Drop your knees, your chin, your chest. And then bring yourself onto your back. So roll over. So now that you're face up. Okay. Bring your knees up, your feet flat. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees a little wide. Arms come out to a T. And then allow your knees to fall over to the left side. If you would like, you can bring the left heel over to the right side into a cat pulling tail pose. So then your right hand will reach for your left foot. Your right leg is supine twist. Left arm is reaching out, and if you want, you can look out over your right shoulder. Knowing that you'll be here for the next 3 minutes. All right, your next inhale, see if you can raise the belly and expand the chest. Take in a little more oxygen, see if you can get a little bigger. Exhale, slowly release. And then you'll bring yourself back into center. So hug both knees into the chest, have the back flat. Maybe rock from side to side. And you'll do the same thing. So set yourself up for cat pulling tail. Arms come out to a T. Knees fall over to the right side. The left leg stays twisted as the right heel reaches towards the left foot. Gaze can come out over the left arm. Knowing that you're here for the next 3 minutes. So enjoy the twist. See if you can allow your torso to get big with every inhale this next 3 minutes. All right, on this next inhale, whenever that happens for you, see if your stomach can get nice and big, the torso take up as much space as can be. Take in a little more air. Exhale, slowly release. Bring yourself back into center. Hug the knees into the chest. And gently rock from side to side. Okay, extend the left leg long. And bring the right knee in towards the shoulders, and then aim it towards the center of the chest. Okay, push out through the right heel. Maybe squeeze the shin. And then guide your right knee to the outside of the torso. So you'll change the stretch just slightly. All right, take a full inhale. Exhale. Switch sides. So hug the left knee into the chest. And then take it slightly center. So if you have to back out and bring the knee in, you can, you know. And then slightly guide your knee over to the left side, to the outside. And then bring both knees into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Maybe rock from side to side, best as can be. And then extend one leg long. And then the other. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And come into your final pose of Shavasana. Knowing I'm minding the time for you, and I will call you back. Okay, if you want, you can stay here. But if you want to end your practice with me, take a nice full inhale in through the nose. Give yourself a full body stretch. Exhale, roll over to your right side. Staying here for a few cycles of breath. And then slowly and carefully use your left hand to prop yourself up. Come into a seated pose. Bring your hands into heart center, thumbs on the sternum, sitting up nice and tall. And then drop the chin so you're looking at your palms, and then close your eyes. Ending your practice with some nice even rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. The light and love in me acknowledges and honors the light and love in you. Namaste.